today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4 of their last 6 games.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got room. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 36-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And a solid run down inside the 30. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Boston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals tackles in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll drop to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it second and 10. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Boston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Looking to throw. Boston. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down to the 35.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there. Get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
2nd and 2. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Boston. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Boston. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. On the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Boston. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the 1st half.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd and 6 from the 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds here.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They hand this off to Harris, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Boston. It's brought in by Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
To throw on second down, Boston. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Boston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The point after is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 15. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Beckham. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They'll look to throw here. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They're going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard. Touchdown, Browns! Odell Beckham with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for some...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.